The latest Samsung Galaxy J7 was unveiled in Europe just over a month ago, and since then AT&T has started selling its own Galaxy J7 2017, with specs and styling much more akin to the J7V released for Verizon in March. In fact, the outward appearance of the phone shows that this is the same phone but with slightly tweaked internals. The J7 actually has many variants, all in the mid-range field. This particular one seems to blend elements from Verizon's J7V, released in March, and the unlocked 2016 Galaxy J7, which was released in April of last year. Selling for $240 off contract, AT&T's new J7 2017 has a lot of competition. This price and configuration lands it in the company of the higher-spec 2016 J7, Motorola's consistent and reliable G-series, and even some solidly spec Chinese brands, like the well-received Honor 6X. Leaving aside screen size, the iPhone SE also competes in this price range. So, does this mix-and-match remix offer enough of Samsung's flair and capability to win out decisively over these highly competitive, unlocked, and AT&T-friendly mid-rangers? With the release of the Galaxy S8 came Samsung's latest evolution of their Android flavor, dubbed simply, Samsung Experience. Simplicity was its aim, and we were impressed with the UI tidying that was accomplished then, as we are now as it finds its way onto the J7. Of course, the J7 doesn't have the bevy of gestures or accompanying sensors that the S8 has, so you won't be finding edge actions or any sign of Bixby, much like the S8 now. Just kidding Samsung, don't kill us, please. What you will find, though, is the more light-away UI, the slimmed-down settings menu with its very inclusive search function, device maintenance, Samsung's secure folder, and the overall more cohesive design language, which we were glad to see then, and remain so now. For some reason, you can't enable a swipe-up, down gesture to open the app drawer like on the S8, so there's little idiosyncrasies like that you may miss, but as a whole the experience is generally the same. Samsung's proprietary apps take care of most important functions, such as messaging, internet and email. For the most part, we enjoyed the experience these offered. The messaging app is clean and intuitive, as is the web browser, save for the absence of swipe gestures to go /forward, and the email app is also well laid out. The biggest issue we had lies with the email app's lack of inline options for notifications. Where Gmail's app, for instance, gives you the option to delete or reply to a notification, Samsung Mail only gives the option to clear it or reply. Settings within the Mail app were also not perfectly aligned with the settings in the main menu. Specifically, we found that the option to sync SMS messages to your email account lies only within the Mail app settings, and not within the Accounts section under Main Phone settings, unlike all the other sync options. It's a small nitpick, but an error nonetheless. We suppose that in all the cleanup they did on the settings menu, they're allowed to have at least one minor miss. Ultimately, though, it was the lack of inline options that sent us back to Gmail sooner than later. If every email you ever get is always important information that you need to keep or reply to, then you may not miss inline delete, but we sure did.